Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Lady D, and this will be my weekly video. This is going to be on the new moon eclipse, which is happening for the 25th. So it's 24th other side of the world. For me, it's 25th, and for me, it's happening at 7:58 p.m. On the Tuesday. So this is going to be a really, really intense eclipse coming up. Plus, we also have Saturn moving forward on the 23rd, 24th in Aquarius. So, moving forward in Aquarius with Saturn here, there could be more issues coming up forward, or more coming forward with like cyber breaches. It's wrong who things are going haywire with technology, again with our freedoms, humanity. Things are coming forward to that. We're just coming to the last half here because Saturn will be out of Aquarius next year in March. So I'm like, yay, I'm an Aquarian, so we need to get it out there and into the next star sign. For me personally, I always find that with Saturn, when it gets to that last part, that last quarter of the house or the star sign it's in, for me, I need it to be gone. That's just me personally with Saturn. But what's going to be the highlight is this eclipse happening on Tuesday for me, Monday for you guys over in America and England will be on Tuesday. Because it's not only is it an eclipse, it's the sun is conjunct with Venus. It's going to be in Scorpio, and we've got aspects to Pluto, aspects to Chiron with this. And it's the new moon. We've got a new moon in Libra. So this is all going to be about financial money. It's going to be about relationships. I feel like you're going to find relationships collapse in a big way, the ones who are very unstable. This may, because we're in Scorpio and this is a house of Pluto, and we've got a aspect of Pluto. There could be things ending, some sort of death or an end. We say ending. When we say death, we mean ending of some sort coming into our lives with relationships, or it could be financial too. But this could be a blow up with Scorpio. Scorpio energy is very, I find if a person has a Mars, born in Mars in Scorpio, I know they're very vindictive and they get angry. Because Mars is about, Scorpio is deceitful, it can be vindictive, cunning, because they've got that stinger. Scorpio needs to protect themselves with their stinger, but they are very loyal. They are loyal when it comes to their family. They are a family sign. They are loyal to friends, but I say never make an enemy of a Scorpio because of those negative aspects with them. They are a sign of keeping cards close to their chest, so keeping secrets. So again, this could be about revealing secrets. Eclipses is something that can take up to 6 months to activate. Plus, we've got another eclipse coming up next month too. So we're in eclipse season. So this is going to be a big shake-up. I've had a feeling for a while that this eclipse is going to be rather an intense shaking up. We might see a lot of eruptions or earthquakes coming up with this. Relationships falling apart, ones that are meant to be together, coming together. This can be to do with contracts that you have with people, whether they're starting or ending. And a lot of it will be about financial, because even Scorpio rules the 8th house, which is about money from other people. It's also about the unknown. It's unknown, but it's also what's hidden as well. So we do, and it can be fear. It can bring up fear aspects with Scorpio too. You know, it can also bring up things like fetishes and addictions too with this, because we also got aspects with Chiron. So it could be something about something that's affected you. So this is going to be such an intense thing as eclipse. With the new moon, it's going to be in Libra. So again, it's about justice. It's about our money. It's about our relationships. It's to do with our destiny. So this is no ordinary eclipse. I have a feeling there's going to be some things come out. There's probably going to be more things about war coming up with this too. We're going to see lines drawn. We're going to see where players are going to make key moves here. There's the things that have already been planned, and I feel like there's going to be coming out. And it could also be manipulation at play. People are still, looking in delusions and manipulations and being played with certain aspects and certain things happening around the world here. It is also about moving forward. It is about making things happen. As I said, it could be fear. So it could be about facing your fears, or you might find something fearful that could happen potentially in this. We're going to have something you got attachment to, that you might be exposed. Some sort of attachments that you have towards something can come up with this. So it's like addictions. And as I said, also with that new moon is about creating that balance, creating what we want. Could be very judgmental coming up with this energy in Libra. Also, we've got Mercury in Libra as well, and it's getting close to the moon, so it could be about the way we think, our communication here. I could also got here crazy thoughts and delusions coming up with this. Got loss of fake friendships, or I guess friendships that are really not relevant anymore, and what ones will be exposed. The ones that are meant to be there will be around you. The ones that count will be around you. It's like tidy up your life, what no longer fits in, and or lose what doesn't serve you. So what doesn't serve you anymore probably needs to go. Listen, so lies and deception will come out. So I feel like a lot of lies and deception, as well as things being exposed, potentially truth seekers or people telling the truth, trying to be silenced, could come up with this energy. People being caught red-handed. So I feel like, people doing the wrong thing could be caught red-handed with this energy coming up here. I've got bank crash, stock markets. So I do feel like there's going to be some sort of big financial crash coming up with this eclipse, whether it be the banks crashing or stock market. There's something big that's coming here, because I do feel like they're making their way for digital currency to come in next year. I really feel they're going to push that too, especially with what they're doing now. When I'm seeing things, I just feel uneasy about certain things. Time to open up your eyes, wake up into reality, and take action. So I feel like I said, a lot of people are still asleep. They're still on about delusions, or people forget very quickly about certain things. I've got there's endings and new beginnings coming up, because we're dealing with Scorpio, which is Pluto's house. So it's a Scorpio will also get rid of the old to make way for the new. It's like crash and burn. So it's a phoenix. So there could be something that ends, but something new coming into this. But I feel like it's like we're doing a lot of like financial. Where we're going here is a lot about financial and relationships here. I feel like it's not a time to be too negative or dwell on. People are going to dwell on the past and be caught back up to where things about the past. Don't lose your mind or let your emotions overcome you. So I feel like mental health, be careful. But sometimes we get into these negative patterns, these thoughts. So try not to, go too lost in the mind or too lost down the rabbit hole, and try to don't let your emotions get the better of you for this week with this eclipse and new moon. I've got people going to be getting caught in sticky situations. That's what I feel like. People are going to get caught in sticky situations coming up with this. Because when we're looking at Scorpio too in the 8th house, it is also about, I guess, what we do behind closed doors with our partner too. So there could be that like fetish, or that unknown, the things that don't really talk about, risque things could come out too with Scorpio when we're looking at Scorpio. Okay, call a spade, so just say straight up I think just be honest, straight up in what you see. Truth telling. It's not a time to hide, but people are going to tell lies as well, so you got to try and see through those lies. There could be a spiritual side because we're dealing with death, so it could be seeing spirit. People who have passed over, you may start to see spirit. There could be some spiritual changes around you, some enlightenment that you have coming up with this. So there could be definitely some spiritual stuff coming up. Okay, and it's got time to move. time to make a move on business adventures. A good time for business. The 8th house I find is also about business, partnerships. So it is a good time to make moves on businesses that you want to make, and moves that are going to help you in the future, to do with your financial and work actions too. But stay motivated. It's very important to stay motivated, and also to stay calm and not freak out too much with these energies. It's going to be very intense. I feel like it's going to be like just unexpected pops of things coming up here with this. But don't lose faith in your beliefs, in your belief system. And I got this war stuff coming up. So that's what we got, okay, coming up. As I said, it's going to be uncomfortable. There are things that we're going to face that's not going to be pleasant. We've got these energies that have been like this coming up the last few weeks, but this is going to really bring out this is going to be like the start of a big game changer, or more intense things coming out in the open. Even on the world stage, you're going to find big moves playing by certain countries, countries being in denial still, secrets coming out. Like, this is going to be a crazy time, I feel like. Okay, do some cards for the week, and then I will also do a channel for you as well. I must say, it is very important, as I said, to stay in your belief system and what you do believe. That is very, very important in this time. As I said, there are still people that are not fully awake, and it doesn't matter if you stand up alone. If you stand up for what you believe in, and you stand up what's your truth, that it's congratulations if you can do that. I had a situation this week for myself where my mum and I went to a community meeting, and a certain political party was hosting it, and it was like a Q&A to ask questions because they wanted to get into power in the next state election. And so we went, and people who wanted, I guess, more truth tellers were booed and told to sit down. I asked 2 questions at the end, and I was laughed at, and not booed, but I was laughed at. My questions didn't get answered. And while I had people afterwards coming up to me telling me that what I said was the truth and agreed with me, they didn't stand up with me. And that's fine. People, in this energy with Scorpio, we come into Scorpio this week, when this eclipse happens, it's in Scorpio. So, it can be about, hidden, but Scorpio does have a bit of a brunt to it too. Scorpio will be, as I said, the Scorpio, Pisces, water Pisces energy, they're more the hiding ones. Scorpio will want to get you and take action more. So they are the old ruler of Mars. So if you do something in your same situation, don't be scared. Face your fears. Don't be scared to stand up and say how you feel, or to ask a question. My question simply was, how do we know that this party's not going to make excuses like we see in our federal politics with the excuses that is made? People have very short memories about certain things. I won't go too much in what I said. And then I mentioned stuff about people's jobs and working, and to do with that thing in the arm, which then of course I was laughed at with that. 30 people laughing at me, which is fine. I told my truth. I asked my questions. They didn't get answered. But my point is, people are still not waking up and not seeing. The people that are, if other people that believed what I said stood up, at least that would have made more of an impact than just me standing up by myself. So it's just very important that if you're in a situation, to stand up for what you believe in. I feel like that's very important, especially in these times that we're in. Okay, let's do some cards, and then I'll do a channel for you. Okay, let's have a look. Do some cards, see what the cards say for the week ahead. Okay. I feel like it's going to be a very explosive but busy week coming up. Everyone's not going to know what to believe. I feel like there's a lot of lies coming out here. There's people sort of running away. There could be handouts, so we may be seeing some financial handouts, but it's a fake. I feel like these handouts, they're not really there to help you. They are there to cause more financial strain in the long term. So really keep wits about government and what they're actually doing, even though they say we can't. What can we do, really, when they're in power? But I do feel like there's going to be some sort of financial handouts or relief coming up to you to try and they'll sell it as trying to help families or try and help people with the burdens that's coming in here. But there is someone, you'll find like Secret Crusaders, like planning something. They're planning things undercover. There's like a hidden army or a hidden thing that's coming out here with this. There could be big endings coming up here. Big endings on people facing their fears and not being scared anymore to do so as well. I feel coming up with this energies. And it is time to show some confidence too. Show some confidence, show some power. Power, and people are strength in numbers, but show people that you're not scared, you're not afraid. You have the wisdom, you know what you're saying, you know your truth, and that's what matters. And it is a week for saying that and letting things come out. It is a week where the sun and moon, I feel like, are going to work opposite to each other. So I feel like emotional outbursts may come in. The sun trying to shine light on situations, but with the other aspects we got here are going to cause things to be like dramatic effects or things not being, I feel like there's not going to be a balance with this. People questioning their faith or whatever their faith is. We all have different belief systems. For me, I'm not religious. I believe in the planets. But I feel like there's an aspect here of grounding, of letting the good shine through, letting what needs to shine through, try and making some form of balance in your life as best as you can. Be thankful for the people who are around you, who are the ones that are going to help you, because I said there are people around here that are going to offer some assistance, and this will be genuine assistance. And I feel like this is more in private, in personal lives here that I'm seeing. But I see great instability with some sort of like a volcano or earthquake. I feel like I'm going South America, like Chile, like something happening around, I feel like Chile, Spain, like something around there, or Mexico. I just see big natural disasters. I feel like the government playing with our weather is going to fall back on them big time coming up here. There was a thing about here, people walking away, people who no longer serving us, walking away. And we are preparing for things. This is a week for preparing for not only like war, but I guess things coming up ahead that we feel. But there's also returning of, I'm going to say forgiveness, returning of peace. I feel like it is a time for people to also be humble and not to be too egotistic. It's a time for more humbleness coming in for this week, that I feel like is what's going to bring in. There's going to be a lot of people with attitude problems, who's going to be a bit hungry, like a bit angry, grumpy, tempers flaring up with this. But there's also a nature of, as I said, caring, truth tellers, people speaking out, people who know you in your court, on your side, trying to be doing some sort of social events coming out here, trying to maintain some humbleness, but things that are going to make you happy, things that are going to bring harmonious into your life. I feel like where we're coming in with these cards, but there are people leading away, and people can undercover sneakiness here as well that I see. Okay, let's do a channel, and then I'll do the 4 card spread. So let's see here. This eclipse energy is going to be so intense. You're all going to be so shocked into what's going to come out. It's going to be so unexpected. It's going to feel very Uranus-y, the way that things are going to come out to play with you all, and you're going to be inspired. You're all going to feel more active to take part in things you never thought you'd take part before. You're going to give in to challenges that you thought were too hard, and to things that were maybe too risque. Have that courage, the willpower to go ahead. you also need to have the willpower to say no when something doesn't feel right. Don't get caught into traps or things that seem misleading. It is very important now. Scammers are going to be high this week with intense scamming going on with politics, with every part of your life. So just be careful of scammers trying to get your money, stealing your core value from you, and stealing what is most important for you as well. This will also affect your stability of your housing markets, or also going to fall dramatically. People are going to realize that there is just not enough money to go forward in what they want to do. This is a time where over the next 3 months where we're going to see our systems collapse fully, so that we can start to build anew and emerge what is going to come. For there is more things that are going to happen, but this eclipse is like the doors opening to a whole new world where you before were on the edge, before you knew it was coming, now you're going to be in the door. Okay. All right, so now what cards should I do? Let's do the Disney cards here. Okay, we'll do Disney cards. I want to do. Okay, let's have a look here. Disney cards. 4 cards out. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a look here. What do I have? Card number 1, which is this card here. Okay, this card here, it is about facing your fears this week for you. It is about like having blood on your hands, so it could be something about being caught out. You might have to take the action of perhaps of doing the unpleasantness of telling someone the truth in how you feel, but it's something that you're going to have. There is an ending with this, but it is a big thing about facing your fears and facing possibilities that you perhaps were scared of, or you didn't think that may happen. They may happen this week for you, but it's going to show the courage that you show. It's going to pay off by the end of the week, I feel. Card number 2, which is this card here. This card is about bravery. This card is about, standing up for what you believe in. And even if you're the only person standing up, you might look. This is how I kind of felt the other night. The little blonde girl, little blonde boy, who everyone thought couldn't do anything, stood up. So this is about, the people who may be introverted or shy, standing up and having that courage, because everyone can, say and do things, but to actually do something and have that courage to go forward, and even if you're the only person, that's a big thing. So that's what I feel like is what this card is about for this week. And it could be a struggle. It could be a struggle, but once you do it, there is success there when you do it. When he pulled that sword of the stone, he became the king. There was success. The light is shining on him. So he's chosen, or the light is there shining on him. So, there is spirit around you. You are guided. You are favored. There is something good with this card. There is good things with this card. So for card number 3, which is this card here. Oh. Look, with this card, you might be feeling a bit clumsy this week. There could be an aspect of being clumsy and things sort of going in and out. You might feel like you're in the hot seat a little bit too, but it's about having the fun and having laughter in your life, and looking things on the bright side, and not taking things too seriously this week with this card. There's something about having fun this week that's going to spark some life into your life with this card. Oops. Okay, card number 4, which is this card here. Okay, again, this card here, say Esmeralda. She reminds me of an Aquarian. She's a bit different, but she doesn't care what people look like, who they are. She'll be friends with anyone. So it is about again, standing up for little people, creating those friendships, looking past, book covers and seeing what's really inside of people, maintaining friendships, maintaining relationships that are going to get you forward and it's going to last, or relationships that do not serve you, perhaps you need to clear out. It's all about an aspect of fun too. She's having fun with the tambourine, so it is also about having fun going to exotic places, living your best life, and enjoying life, being spontaneous. That's what this card's about too this week. There. So that's it for my video for this week. I woke up this morning and found out that the English PM, she resigned. Which is very shocking, but we'll see what happens with that. So if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can contact me on my social media. The best way is through the Facebook, Instagram, with my handle up top here, and my readings
for at home is Sunday, Monday and Tuesday in Australia time. Also on a Friday afternoon I can do as well. My days in Camden are Wednesday, Thursdays and Saturdays. So, which I am getting a lot of bookings in there too. But I'm free up for my home on the other days, so via Zoom or face to face. And I think that's it. So thank you for your likes, shares and your comments, and I will see you for my next video. Hope you all have a good eclipse. Hope this new moon eclipse energy is good to you all, and I will see you for my next video. So bye for now.